Champions race. It's a pretty common race in most of the race seasons. We'll be playing Duelist for it. It's a 40-minute race. Get as high as level you can and end by killing Vicious because he gives you a lot of experience. So starting out, we're going to be cleaving, dual strike, molten strike, cleave. We need to pick up one sword because we grab one sword from here, and the helm. The helm gives you attack speed and life, which is really good. Put on cleave, molten strike, and dual strike. And yeah, you start going. Big thing. So the sword. Another option is getting two swords. The swords give you one extra frenzy charge each. So instead of 3, you get 1 extra. So if you dual wield, you get 5. If you have 2, you get 4. Also, you get a chance to gain frenzy charges and movement speed for frenzy charges. So ideally, you want to maintain your frenzy charges throughout the entire zone. Having pretty bad mal block, so it's not that easy. The max level you want to hit in the first zone is 2. I normally, it's 3. Sometimes I leave it 2. Most of the time, I probably hit it 2. Alright, second zone, we always go Croaking Halls because it's the only zone you can alchemy out of. You also get a coral ring, makes everything a little safer. I always try and roll the coral ring. Wow. Try and get a little damage on it. Unfortunately, not lucky this time.
It seems this new arena suits me.
Now, I didn't bother picking up the boots there. By the time I could use them, I'm going to be using the boots from Freezing Chamber, which we'll get to in a minute. Basically, you don't want to worry about killing too much, but you just want to kill some and keep moving towards the general exit. The more you play the race, the more you kind of tend to know which way the exits are going to be. The spec you'll see as I go. Also, I'll go over the spec at the very end of the race. Oh, we hit first 4. Nice. Every time you kill a major boss, there's 3. It gives you 2 extra skill points. So instead of a normal race where you're planning in like level 24, how many points you get for that, you're planning a race around getting extra points on the tree, 6 extra points. So it allows you to get farther than you normally would. If you find the exile, he's worth killing, but I don't think he's worth looking for. Some people disagree. He isn't the fastest to kill, but he does give you some cool, good things sometimes. The Jade Hatchet, an extra ring, and gauntlets we'll pick up. Put that on. Now ideally we'd be in Freezing Changer about the 3-minute mark. Oh, I'm wearing a chest. We're getting a lot of blues and our damage is pretty bad since we didn't get any alley rolls. So Freezing Chamber is always going to be around the middle of the zone. Here it is. Now, like I said before, we always alch the boots, hope for a mess, which we did get. Then you want to transmute both the Quicksilvers. I actually got the perfect 2 Quicksilvers, except for their ample. Ideally, you want Perpetual with movement speed and Perpetual with Adrenaline. 1 for extra movement speed, and 1 for resist. The resist will help you out the entire race. Now this is actually a really good zone to farm, especially if you get blue mobs, because they do die pretty easily. That was actually an otherworldly pack, so it's probably literally the hardest pack to kill in here. So I do tend to. There's another blue pack over there, but it's otherworldly, so I'm gonna skip it. Normally, I can hit anywhere between 6 and 7 in the zone. I never leave it before level 6, though. Normally, I go the attack speed way. I already put 1 point in the wrong way on accident, so we'll just keep going this way. And here we go. Put this on here. Actually, let's. Oh shit, we didn't pick up Decoy Totem. Normally we'd be running Decoy Totem for this. Actually, pretty bad that I forgot to pick it up. Makes this sketchier, but we do have a Oh, Ellie resists Quicksilver, which will help some. Decoy Tunnel is actually really nice for all the bosses, so we're going to be missing that the entire run. Completely just blanked on getting that. I apologize. Added fire and large life, so we pick up here. I'm gonna go ahead and just put the large life on. Hopefully we don't get in a position where we're missing our large life. Normally you want to say putting on new potions until you're about to level, because when you level they fill up full on charges. Now I'm actually going to try something new that Customs taught me. I've never actually tried this strategy before. I do go two-handed swords. Either way, you don't get very good skills for two-hander, and one-hand is just not that strong. But two-hander really doesn't pick up at all until you get melee physical. At least you can use Herald. At least until you get Herald of Ash, which is level 16. So I'm actually gonna spec into the dual wield nodes, and then switch over to once I decide to go two-hander, which is probably around level 13 with a wood splitter. I'm gonna unspec those nodes and get the two-handed nodes. I see blues right there. I really want to go kill them, so we are. I pick up the Jade Chopper. I don't know if we're really going to do anything with it, but... And Necromancy. Jade Amulet. God, not getting damage rolls on anything. I also don't want to waste too much of my currency. Blues are always good, because I'd rather save it for later when I actually need to roll stuff. A really important thing in this race is saving your currency for the end game when you need, because the last 3 zones you're in and the boss you have to kill are in Merciless, so you have to calf your resist for Merciless even though you're only going to be level 20 something. So here, like I said, we're going to get the dual wield nodes here. Oh wait. That's 1 point in the wrong spot. I should have gotten the starting attack speed node first, but we'll just get that next level. Once again, if you find the exiles, they are worth killing. If you don't find them, don't bother. Daily gauntlets. Other than that, we're good. Here we're just looking for mobs. Probably want to be around level 10 when we leave this zone. So when you first do the race, a lot of it is like rushing to the last zone as quick as possible and farming. Once you've done the race a lot, it's more about maximizing your farm in every zone you do. So if I just rush to the last 3 zones, yeah, I can full clear the last 3 zones, but I won't be, I'll run out of mobs to kill at the end, so it won't be efficient. Whereas if you slowly kill everything as you go and farm the right zones, you can... Alright, this is the node we should have gotten last level. You can level as you go. And not run out of time at the end. So the reason we're running all the way back here is we did see the blues earlier through the wall, so running all the way back for those was a really good experience. And Haunted Dungeon. We should be, I don't know why we're not using it yet, but we should be using Added Fire. Actually want to do this. There we go. Now we do need to get an armor piece. Here we want to be 11 before we leave here, which we're actually already pretty close to. Might try and get a little higher level than 11. Haven't really decided too much yet. Probably leave it 11 though. was an insane battered foil. So we're using that at 12, and now we're just looking for the exit. Not skipping mobs to get the exit, but not worrying about killing everything. I say that as I still kill everything. Like I say in all my other videos, I do tend to overkill in like almost every zone. So do as I say, not as I do. Or do as I do. Or do what you do. Do the do. Mountain Dew. Hashtag sellout. I don't do gauntlets. Obelisk of Faith. Obelisk of Faith is where you get Leap Slam out of. So you're obviously going to go there. Can't even roll that, we're not going to worry. Now this zone does give pretty bad XP, so you don't really have to, you can like go through the entire zone and not actually kill a single mob, and it's completely fine. Now Brutus is one of the harder fights in the, probably one of the hardest boss fights in the game, and I don't have a chest for it, so it is going to be really fucking sketchy. And I also don't have a decoy totem, so we're just going to hope. Dodge the slams. You only should kill the skeletons when you actually need to, for pot charges. That shouldn't hit me. Decoy totem is just so huge for this fight. Unfortunately I didn't pick it up, but we'll be able to do it. Anything worth picking up? Iron gauntlets, longsword. Holy shit. So now we're gonna use the regret orbs. And get this. And we're gonna go ahead and go two-handed, because that's insane. And this is where we put Molten Strike on, and we're good. So our cleave would have done a lot of damage. That's volatile. Oh, it still hit me. I tried to outrange it. I hit it like the very tip of the cleave. I thought that'd be far enough. Luckily it didn't kill us. You know, easy game. Now what we normally do is actually Alcar Topaz ring the second we hit 11. Sorry, a lot of things going through my head, because we're going to be alking one anyways, but luckily found that. Unfortunately it's shit. Now here, we would be rolling a wood splitter, but we already have an insane weapon, so we're not going to worry about it. We'll be using this all the way until full X. Unless we find something else GG. It's funny that I do a race guide and find the GG weapons. I swear this never happens. Unfortunately it's a longsword, not like a bastard sword or something. It could be better. It can always be better. So everything's us and number 1 right now. Is Fikar's number 1, but he's actually progressed one zone ahead of us. So as long as we can farm efficiently, we can catch up to him, and we'll have more mobs to farm the entire time. So we do go through Revelry here, because we're going towards the two-handed nodes at the bottom of the tree. And it's the fastest path. We could get the endurance charges on the way, but I have run Enduring Cry sometimes if my resists are really bad, and I remember to. And I have the slots for it. Come over here. Now I could leave here at 14, but I'm going to kill the few mobs I do see on the way out. Try and full clear a little more. And go. Diabolic Crypt. So pretty much you go left every single time after Croaking Hall until Herald of Ash and Herald of Ice and Enduring Cry. left pretty much every single time until you get to Stormy Ledge. Pretty much the like easiest way to remember it. Pick up Whetstone. The reason we go Stormy Ledge, as opposed to like we've gone left every single time, is just Stormy Ledge. The XP in there is absolutely insane. Holy shit! Please don't die. Thank you. XP in there is insane, and it's pretty much all lightning damage. So just using double topaz ring makes you safe from almost most of the damage in there. Go. Also, an important thing to pick up is make sure after you kill every boss, if you've never run the race before, it does drop a book of skill, which gives you 2 free skill points. The very first like 8 times I did this race, I skipped. I forgot to pick up the book from at least one of the bosses. I would see it on the ground and just think I had it for some reason, just leave the zone, or oh, that's a lot of damage. One of the things you'll notice me doing, which for me is just second nature at this point, is attack, move, attack, move, attack, move. A lot of the mobs will start their animations, and you can move out of their attack animations before they hit you, and you're repositioning yourself to hit more of the mobs. You can just stand there and auto attack and just hope you don't die. But, so we actually caught really up to fight guard a lot there. We're clearing really fast right now. OP weapon. Also, the better weapons you get in this race, the faster you clear, so the faster you progress, and it's like a huge chain. And it's actually, and what you should do is, instead of progressing faster, I said that wrong, is you should focus on progressing at the same speed, but clearing more mobs. A lot of mistakes people make is like, holy shit, I do a lot of damage, I'm just gonna skip to the next zone already. But no, if you stay back, clear more mobs, you'll do better in the grand scheme of things. And the reason Duelist is like pretty bad in this race is, while you have a pretty good start and your nodes are pretty good, you don't get sweep. And there's no good damage ability for Duelist to use really, because the range on cleave is really bad. Leap slam, unless you have like a really OP weapon, is not that good. Even with a really OP weapon, it's still not that good. So, dang, found all 3 exiles. This thing never happens. Rustic Sash. Just gonna go ahead and alch that actually. Only had lightning resist on it. It's not terrible, but could have been a lot better. Blue, there are a lot of blues actually in a lot of the zones, but superior fast attacks, that's good. And superior melee fizz. Okay. Okay. Alright, just gonna alch this too. Put this on, put this on. That's all we can do right now. And this. Can't put that on yet. Why Duelist? I don't know, Duelist used to be, you'd leap slam the entire race, and I really liked that aspect of playing Duelist to race, and ever since then I've just played Duelist. We did find a couple extra alchemies, I think. I know we found at least 1. I don't know about 2 yet. So it allows you more flexibility. The way I play in the race is it's pretty fixed amount of alchs you can use, because there's of the amount of alchs you get. So I always alch 2 topaz rings, I alch 1 ruby ring, I alch normally a wood splitter, a pole axe, and a double axe. So of the total amount of alks you get, I know I'm going to be spending currency there. So I don't really have the luxury of alking randomly. So when you find alks or find weapons that so you don't, or anything that you don't need to spend alks on, it just saves you currency that you would have had to spend and allows you to spend currency on other things. Chaos orbs I rarely ever spend until I make a good weapon, just because they're, if you don't have a good weapon, your race is over, no matter how far ahead you are. So we did hit 18, now we're really looking for a poleaxe. Might have missed one at this point. I don't think I have. It's really important to like keep your eyes out for one. I did see a two-handed sword that I could have used if I should have picked it up, but it was my fault that I didn't. So if we make it to the boss at the end of the zone and we don't have a weapon, we'll be alking the two-handed sword, and then our last weapon will still be a double axe. I do get axes are one level higher requirement, which means they actually have higher damages on them. There's the poleaxe. Also, after I get all these damage nodes, I do go for axe nodes. Since they're 1 point closer, they're easier to get than sword nodes. Alright, so let's alk that. It's pretty terrible. It's good enough. You do get like 4 exalts or 5 exalts in this race, so you can use them willy-nilly like that. And yes, I did just say willy-nilly. Deal with it. Or is this like put on a ruby ring? Alright, got him out of the way. Cleave back here, Molten Strike there, Melee Fizz here. Oh, we just have bad colors right now. Here, so now we're in Merciless. Oh wow, that guy just leveled really fast. I was like barely behind, and now I'm a full level behind. So alk wise, I have 1 alk left. We will be getting 1 more alk. So if I find any piece of, whether it's a chest or gloves or anything with colors on it that I would want, I will definitely be alking them. Now on Duelist, 98% of the time, I guess we'll alk that. You're not going to find yourself winning the race just because every other class has better clear speed abilities than you. Added fire. With cleave. Cleave. Faster attacks. Weapon elite. Shit. And I do waste a lot of time. But Cleave and Leaf Slam, which are pretty much your 2 clearing abilities as melee, and you don't really do anything else besides melee, just aren't gonna have the clear speed of Sweep or I don't know, whatever. Actually, I don't really know what any of the other classes do. So all you can do is play your best race and hope it's good enough at the end.
I believe I could give the great Tereso a run for his money now.
So normally I like to go to the next zone at around 27 minutes. So we're going to keep clearing. Level 20. It's actually kind of bad to find the exit this early because you do have to backtrack some, but It's the helm for a chrome recipe. So this is level 20 zone, so we can't get a two-handed sword out of this one, so we don't really have to pay attention for that. But once we hit the next zone, it'll be a 22, so any blues we find. It's at 22, and then he hits 22. That was kind of funny. We do have to keep our eyes out for a double axe. That's gonna be a final weapon. Sorry. You can just tell by like the weapon range. If you ever watch like Moore's stream Marauder, the weapon range on Sleep is just so much better. You can just hit so many more mobs at the same time. It's not fair. The Duelists don't get it, to be honest. Ow. Also, Enduring Cry now gives you life regen, so it's pretty strong in that aspect. Also, when you hit the later zones, if you keep up, you get 4% res per charge on it, which is pretty strong. Also, the physical damage mitigation is nice as well. Now we're gonna go for those axe nodes over there. At this point, you don't need to get more damage if you don't want to. You can go for life nodes, attack speed nodes, general damage nodes. If you don't plan on using an axe, there's plenty of different things you can do. The tree is pretty versatile. You don't have to do what I do, but you can. Or you can't. So yeah, ideally we'd be at the exit right now, but because of the way our layout was, we're not. Is the attack speed on them right? Canadian. So here we're gonna try and get about 2.5 levels. Wait, we're gonna farm for until about 31 minutes, 32 minutes, and then go to the next zone. So we get an alch out of this chest, I think. Gonna use that on the new ruby ring. It is pretty bad. Star resist are pretty bad, but you don't really need lightning resin here. The only thing you can get is dischargers. The discharge is the only scary lightning part of the zone, but I normally just try and wear both, 1 and 1. The ribbons are like the scary part of the zone. Because they do a lot of fire damage. I'm actually gonna try to keep up my endurance charges the entire time. We'll see how well I do that. We also really need a upgrade in our flasks. Unfortunately, we haven't found one yet. So we have 0 alchs right now, but we did get an alch out of the last zone, so we're not like that worried. I think we have a chance or... Oh! Alright, I was not paying attention. I saw it at the last second, but that was a fractured discharger. Really scary. Because they can fracture and then immediately all discharge on you. There's our double axe. Perfect. Alright, go, go, go. Rip Canadian. So we are not full cleaning this zone just because there's not enough time. There shouldn't be enough time to full clear this zone and the next zone. Do you have a Chance Orb? We do have a Chance Orb and a Regal. And a bunch of Chaos Orbs. So that's another thing you can do, is if you find a good late game item, but you don't have the currency to alch it, you just transmute it, Regal it, and Chaos it, or actually really close to #1 overall. Another double axe. I just misclicked, that's why I ran away from the mobs. What? Holy shit.
I can't do this just yet.
Well, they have frenzy charges. I was like clicking behind them or something, but they were too big. I don't know what that was. Alright, let's just... Where's our whetstone? Chance. Not bad. Could have been better, but not bad at all. Should have rolled that a few levels ago. If that last Exalt would hit Flat Fizz, it would have. I would have like. Yeah, you get a mirror. So we want to get to the next zone relatively soon. You get a mirror out of a chest in this zone. It's not a big thing in this race. The thing about this race is all the currency goes to Void League. So if you don't use whatever currency you don't use, just goes away. So I'm probably just gonna be trying to get a better Topaz ring and mirroring that. Greater life, damn. Talk this one, see what happens. This is pretty terrible. I guess. Oh, that was really big. Alright, so now our lightning resist is 30. Really good for this zone because there's so many archers, you can get chunked really fast. I could, which might be better, switch to full leap right now, but I'd rather focus on clearing as fast as possible. We have a chance to do really well this race. We do a lot of damage. Top end our weapon should be like 120, 108. Oh, because it's not 20 quality.
I can't do this just yet.
Keep going, keep going. Every time we get a rare, we're sad because the mobs that come with a rare are always going to be white. And so every time you get a rare, it could have been a blue pack. Like this one, or that one. One important thing is having enough fire resist to do the last fight, because the last fight is Gravicious and he gives you a lot of experience. And if you can't finish the fight, you lose out on over a full level of experience, which is really big in this race. The problem with this is we're still using really bad life class. Which means even if we're not taking that much damage, we can't heal through it very well. Alright, but there's the exit. Start getting life nodes. Gravicious should be really fast kill. All we need is about 1 minute for him. I think this is actually the best I've ever done in Descent Champions. So as long as we can finish it, as long as we can finish strong. Go, go, go. And not die. Where the mob's at. We have plenty of time, we just need mobs. We just need mobs. Like what? About 90 seconds left, we'll head down to where Gravicious is and go for the kill. Looks like we found all the blue mobs early. There's blue mobs over there, nice. We might have full cleared the zone. I know we still have a whole middle area we didn't touch. Assuming there's mobs. I see this room right here, so I'm gonna check that one out and then go for the kill. Alright, so transmute, augment, regal. "14 fires is pretty bad. Put that on. Alright. We actually need to wait for, since our fire is bad, we need to wait for that to go off.
Your death is mine. Come on.
I can't do this just yet.
Alright, so we killed him. Dang, we didn't beat him. Because he was 30k ahead of us before we killed Gravicious, and he was 20k ahead of us before we killed Vicious, so we're gonna get third overall. But yeah, that's the race. Unfortunately, we ran out of mobs. Sucks. But yeah. So I'm gonna quickly go over my build and everything. I guess I should have cleared. I could have won if I cleared a little more in Halls 2. So unfortunately I didn't. So here is our spec. We go this way, down the left side, through these nodes over to Art of the Gladiator, then across here to Master Arena, and it's attack speed and accuracy. The new strat is to come down here and get Dervish. Gives you a dual wield stuff, dual wield damage, and then once you have either level 12 or level 13, and you unspec these nodes, come over here, get Destroyer, and come down here. What we do is go down through Revelry. Revelry makes it so you don't really need to run 2 mana potions, but I didn't have any other good health potions. All we had is a Greater, which is really bad at this level. We could be not using only a Grand at 18, but a Giant at 24. Makes it really hard to die if you have good health potions. Come down here and get Wrecking Ball and Executioner. Since you get these first instead of the Axe nodes, it adds more flexibility. You can use a 2-handed sword or a poleaxe. You can use an Edge Greatsword until you find a double axe. And then after you get Wrecking Ball and Executioner, you can come up here, get these life nodes, and go full attack speed, full damage. Come over here, get axe nodes. Come over here, get sword nodes. Pretty much up to your discretion what you do at that point. But this right here is the basic build. So unfortunately, we did a really good race. We couldn't finish as well as we would have liked to. Ran out of mobs and almost got #1 overall. This is the best race I've ever done in Duelist, so I'm glad I recorded it, made a guide out of it for this. If you all have any questions or anything, feel free to leave a comment on the YouTube video or on Reddit, and yeah, I will try and answer them. Also stop on my stream, Twitch TV/Helmannn with 3 N's, HELMANNN, and come in, follow the channel, and hang out. Thanks for watching, guys, and hope you enjoyed it. Alright,